So we have our Oracle card from the Ascended Masters. And today, interestingly enough, is this card, simply Teacher. And this, I mean, it's very difficult to say the name, Mahakohan Ragowski. And the thing I think I get from this is lovely. Get all this purple and gold they have on these cards. What struck me with this one is everything, everything is a teaching, an opportunity to receive teaching, particularly in the difficult situations. So, there's something happening in your life at the moment, maybe it's some difficult situation with a thing or a person, we kind of reframe it and think maybe they're our teacher, then there's always something good to come from it, essentially learning, maybe it's one of the most important things. That's what we're here doing. We're entering into this current of yoga in this session. So enjoy your body, enjoy your breath, enjoy this time and space together. So we begin seated today, in the middle. Why not? So sitting comfortably, cross-legged on the ground, if that's okay for you. Let's get ourselves a little bit more comfortable. I have a little rock, something I'm really enjoying, this rocking, just to get myself, my seat a little bit more landed, a bit more grounded, a bit more settled. Just let that do that really with ease, some ease there. Have a little rock there. And then just let the hands rest on the knees. Breathe in, lift the chest. Drop the shoulders down, back of the neck is long, chin slightly tucked in. So you can feel this length happening in the front of the body. Close the eyes for a moment. Breathe in through the nostrils, and out through the mouth. Just land and arrive in your physical being, feeling yourself, feeling a sense of your body, the life of your body, the connection between your body and the ground you're sitting on. And feel the breath coming in and out through the nostrils. Just allowing it to increase slightly as you pay attention to it. Often bringing your attention to our breath is all we need, just to soften the edges of it, allow it to expand, relaxing the belly there. I must make the sound, chant the mantra Om. We're going to do this 3 times, okay? So make it a nice loud sound. Drop your jaw, open your mouth wide, give your body some sound, give the space around you some sound. And just enjoy that vibration. So breathing in. And just feel your breath now coming in through the nostrils and out through the nostrils. Maybe that's mantra has opened up the lungs a little, maybe started to create a bit more space and a bit more aliveness in this body, or a bit more sense of our aliveness. Okay, so insync the fingers, breathing in. As you breathe out, press up to the ceiling with the hands. Lengthen through the arms, but keep the shoulders down. So we've got some space here between the shoulder and the ear. Keep the chest lifted. It's almost like we're pressing the shoulder blades together slightly. So we've got that space. And the lift of the heart and the space. And you feel that lengthening here of the abdominals. Everything is growing up. Inhaling and exhaling through the nostrils. Keeping the neck nice and long. Chin tucked in slightly, so we're not looking up at the hands, we're keeping the chin tucked in, looking directly forwards. One more breath in and exhaling through the nostrils, hands coming slowly down through space, down to the sides there. Bring the hands onto the knees, let's circle the knees. Just find that gentleness, softness in us. Yeah. Giving ourselves that gentleness, that softness, that care. And let the hands just land there still. And we're going to do a little bit of circling, imagining the base of the spine is getting some warmth there. So inhale, sit up tall, drop the shoulders down. So lifting the chest, lifting the heart. And as you exhale, leaning forwards, keeping that straight back, right to the top of the head. And then inhaling as you lean to the right and back. And exhaling as you come forwards. The front half of the circle is exhaling. The inhale as you lean back. You're going to keep hold of those knees there. Let the elbows bend, but keep the back straight. So we're just almost having a sense of the heart kind of orbiting above the base of the body. The base of the body is kind of staying rooted, and the rest of it's moving around, orbiting. Keep thinking about lifting, keep thinking about lengthening the whole time. Shoulders down, neck still long. Exhaling forwards, inhaling as you come backwards. Come back to center. And we'll go the other way. Breathing in. Lengthen, lift the chest, drop the shoulders. Exhaling, leaning forwards, keeping a straight line. And then around to the left as you inhale and back. Exhaling as you lean forwards. Inhaling as you lean back. Just making that circle nice and big. Just tracing, you can always close your eyes and you can feel maybe tracing the line or the orbit, the circle that the heart is following. As you breathe out, leaning forwards, as you breathe in, leaning back, keeping that integrity of the spine, the length, feeling that silver thread lifting the crown, and feeling the base of the body going into the earth. So you feel a sense of your center. And then come to center, come to your center. Feel that sense of uprightness, openness, maybe warming up a little bit in the hips. And then we're going to just open up the chest a little bit. So interlink the fingers in front of the body, breathe in. Nice soft elbows there. And as you exhale, take the hands away from the chest and feel the chest is dipping back away from the hands. Let the head drop. So you're looking down at the feet and opening the space between the shoulder blades, breathing in through the nostrils, breathing into the center of the chest and breathing out, taking the hands away from the front and the center of the back of the heart is pulling away, easing away from the hands. Give it the breath. So we're opening the back, middle of the back, opening the back of the heart. Deep breaths. One more breath in. And breathing out, release your hands. See how that feels. Oh, it's a nice feeling. And then we interlink the fingers behind the body. Let the hands just rest on the back there. Let the arms be nice and relaxed. Keep the neck in line with the spine. So the chin is slightly tucked in. You can see that you're looking down at the ground just in front of you. Inhale, lengthen. Again, lifting the chest. It's taking it upwards and forwards. And as you exhale, you're taking the hands away from your back. So you're really opening the front of the shoulders, across the front of the chest there. Also lengthening here in the front of the body as your chest goes forwards and upwards. So we're really getting a lot of openness. And this is a great thing to do. I mean, you can do this sitting, at a desk as a little break from, if you're looking at a screen, doing some work, or if you're just sitting, writing, whatever you're doing, take breaks and come into this posture, breathe deeply, just to counteract all that, the shoulders thrust forwards. One more breath in and breathing out to get some length in the spine. Then we'll just roll the shoulders back, just feel a bit more freedom. Inhaling and exhaling through the nostrils, rolling the shoulders back and down, forwards and up. And then forwards with the shoulders. You can rest the hands on the knees, or you can just let the arms hang from the shoulders. Going forwards. Oh, yeah, get into that neck a little bit, warming into the shoulders, into the neck, upper back. And let's get into the neck a bit more. So we're going to reach up with the right hand, take the hand to the back of the neck, fingers just below the left ear. So they're just reached around there. And just holding the neck kind of firmly, but not tight. Breathing in, looking forwards. As you breathe out, let the chin drop down, let the head look down, let the left arm relax down. So we're going to really create some length in the left side of the neck. So drop the left shoulder down, breathe in again. As you breathe out now, just start to let your head turn. Imagine the point of your nose is wanting to connect with your left knee. So you're looking at the left knee, not just with your eyes, but the point of your nose is looking at the left knee. And just stay with, keep that right hand connected with the neck, hold it, support it. And encourage that left side of the neck to relax. So really give it some big deep breaths, breathing in. And as you breathe out, just releasing the left side of the neck. Let's give it another breath. Give it some time and space, breathing in. And breathing out, trying to give your full focus to this part of the body. Now use the inhale, keep hold of the neck as you use the inhale to lift your head up and then release the neck. And just see how that feels. Oh, yes, it feels good. And I reach up with the left hand and take that left hand into the back of the neck. And again, creep the fingers around. So the fingers are just below that right ear. The thumb just points down the back. Breathe in, lift the chest. Breathing out, just let the back bend. Look down at the feet. Let the neck relax. Inhale again. And as you exhale, just turn the nose to look at the right knee. You can relax that right arm down. Keep dropping the right shoulder and breathe deeply, breathing in through the nostrils. And as you breathe out through the nostrils, just feel that release, that natural space, length coming into the right side of the neck. Holding the neck gently but firmly. Just encouraging that space, that ease, that release of tension does gather in the neck and shoulders. So, it's a real hot spot for tension. Use the inhale to lift the head up and releasing that hand. And let's just lift the shoulders up, breathe in. Out through the mouth, drop the shoulders. Again, breathe in. Just to ease out those last bits of tension there. There's always more there. Inhale, lift the shoulders high, squeeze them up, and then out through the mouth. Yeah, feels like a lot more length and space in this upper body now. We're just going to extend the legs out now. Maybe get them nice and wide. And we're going to come into a little bit of a roar for the lion. So you can take the hands forwards. If it feels difficult to have the legs straight, you can always sit yourself up on a cushion if that's better for you. So hands are going to come forward or claws or out to the sides. We're going to get a bit of energy moving now. Now we've opened up a bit of space. So we inhale and out through the mouth, tongue out, eyes wide. Rasping sound in the throat. Beautiful. Inhaling. Make it fierce, big sound, eyes wide, tongue right out. Breathing in. Let's go one more time. You can either go out or to the ground. I'm going to go to the ground again, breathing in. I like that connection. Good. And then we're just going to bring the knees up. Hug the knees to the chest, round the back now. Hug the knees. And just let your face fall to your knees. Breathe in through the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. And again, breathing into the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. Good. And then we're just going to roll onto the side, come up to all fours. Coming onto all fours. In a tabletop position, hands underneath the shoulders, soft elbows, knees underneath the hips, space between the knees, feet flat behind. So we're just going to do a little bit of a side bend here, making sure that we're not lifting the knuckles, pressing them down, spreading the fingers wide, and keeping a slight bend in the elbows so we're not locking and thrusting the shoulders forwards. Open the chest here. So looking down at the ground, at the space between the hands to begin, inhale. As you exhale, you're turning to look at your tail and also maybe, kind of just contracting that left side, so as if your tail wants to look at your face. You want to bring your tail around to look at it, and then inhale to the front, and then the other way. So you're looking around to the right. So in effect, what we're doing here, inhaling on the exhale, we're turning, and we're kind of compacting one side and expanding the other side of the body with the breath, inhaling and exhaling. So there's always something that's going to be expanded. There's always another part that's contracting. That's better than compact. Contracting, inhaling, keep those elbows soft, exhaling, chest nice and wide. Shoulders away from each other, inhaling and then exhaling. Really looking, see if you can see your tail. Inhaling and exhaling. It's like a swishing tiger's tail. Inhaling, doing it in time with your breath. Exhaling. The inhale brings you always back to the front, and the exhale. Yeah, just getting into that. Inhale and exhale. Inhale back to the front, sit back into the heels, extend the hands away, bring the forehead to the ground in the pose of the swan, or extended child if you wish to call it that. Breathing in through the nostrils, exhale out through the mouth. So we're now really opening the back of the shoulders, the armpits, sit deeply back into the heels. Maybe a sigh out through the mouth here. Breathing into the nostrils. Okay. And let's just move forwards and backwards, get the spine moving a bit. Keep the hands glued to the ground where they are. Use the inhale to come up to all fours, lifting the chest. Exhaling, taking the hips forward, opening the chest, taking the elbows back, opening the chest, look up at the ceiling. Inhaling and exhaling, sitting deep back into the heels. So making this as mindful and slow and steady. So the mindful part is really focusing on keeping the movement coordinated with your breath. And the breath is smooth and even, and the movement wants to be smooth and even. Expansion and contraction. Really lengthen from fingertips to base of the spine on that, sitting back onto that swan. Empty all the breath out, so you've got lots of big inhale to lift yourself up. Exhale. Keep those elbows soft. Keep the hands glued to the ground. Spread the fingers wide. So really taking care of the wrists there. Moving. Really expand your breath. Opening up the fronts of the hips. And opening up the back as you sit back. Let's do one more of these nice, deep, long breaths. Exhaling, long exhale. Open the chest, inhale, and a long exhale. And sit back into the heels. Let's just come up for a moment, actually, and we're just going to bring a little bit of a shoulder open into this. So we'll come back to all fours just briefly. Put the back of the hand on the ground, the right hand. Inhale, and as you exhale, just slide that hand away and just rest your head on the ground and just rest that. Let that left elbow just relax. If you want to, you can put a cushion underneath the right side of the head, underneath this head. But if you're comfortable enough, then just stay as you are. And we're just opening or imagining the space between the shoulder blades is opening again. So relaxing, supporting yourself. Nice deep breaths there. Breathing into the back of the heart. So we're really thinking about that heart space and connecting with that. Inhaling and exhaling through the nostrils. Now use the inhale to come back to all fours. And placing the back of the left hand on the ground, and on the exhale, slide that hand away, resting down on the left side of the head, or a cushion if you want to. And relaxing that right elbow, so there's no tension, we're not holding it aloft, we're just trying to create that space on the back of the heart, across the back, between the shoulder blades. Breathe deeply, in and out through the nostrils. Just breathing into that heart space, increasing that capacity of breath. One more breath in and out. And on the next inhale, pressing into the right hand, coming back to all fours. So we're going to come into a downward dog. So let's start off sitting back into the heels again for a moment. Extending the hands forward, coming onto the forehead. Just so we've got that measurement for downward dog a little bit better. Now you're going to come up to all fours. Breathing in, tuck the toes under, breathing out, lift the knees off the ground.
And we're just going to take a small side step with that left foot, so it's more or less central. And then we're going to just lift the right leg. We're going to just lift a few times. So inhaling and exhaling. You can either bring it to the ground if you want to and swap. So I'm going to give you some choices and then change over, lift the other leg and lower down. Or if you want something a bit stronger, maybe this is stronger, I don't know. Then try and do individual leg lifts. So without bringing it to the ground, extending, inhaling, and bringing the knee in, exhaling. So you can try either. We'll do a few on each side. So I'm just doing the single ones. This is going to energize the legs, if anything will. Inhaling and exhaling. Really pointing that toe and then bringing the knee in. Or you can do the individuals. Take a rest if you need to. Inhaling and bring it down on the exhale, switching legs, inhale and exhale. So if you're having a rest, come back to downward dog. Let's just get those hamstrings a bit more lively, walking the dog, bending the knees and bringing the heels down. So bend the right knee, put the left heel down. Really pressing into the hands, looking back at the feet. And then we'll walk the feet towards the hands. Hang the body, knees bent. We're hanging a ragdoll. So have a little rest now. How do your legs feel? How's the back feel? Let it go. Let it, from the hips upwards, to the crown, to the fingertips. Really let it all hang. Feel the weight of the body. And use the legs. Let's have a releasing breath here, breathing into the nostrils. Yeah, make a bit of sound. Why not? And then we're going to lift from the base. Feel that invisible thread lifting you up. Keep the knees bent. See if you can keep the knees bent the whole time you're slowly unraveling. Breathing in and out the whole time. See how slowly we can unravel, rebuild, come to standing. Feel that length, that space in the spine. Okay, standing, great. Let's just see if we can bring a bit of energy, light up this body with our energizer. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Bringing the sides of the feet together, sorry. And then link the fingers. Extend up, lift the heels off the ground and squeeze together. So we're squeezing together and we're also extending. Two directions, making ourselves really long and holding the breath in. Hold your breath in for a couple of seconds and then breathing out softly, bringing the heels down as slow as you can, bringing the arms down slowly, a long, slow out breath. Good. And again, breathing in. Strong energy, stretching up, squeezing together, lifting the heels high. See if you can really squeeze together and at the same time extend and hold the breath in. And softly release, slowly release. Let the breath out slowly as you bring your heels down, as you bring your arms down. And one more, breathing in. Extend up, lift the heels high, squeeze together, extend. Hold your breath for a second. And breathing out, softening, releasing, just feeling that energy moving. Softness of that. Beautiful. Good. And we just take the feet apart, about shoulder width, bend the knees, and we come into this loosening twists. Loosening the body, bending into the knees, letting the arms move around the body. You can come up onto the toe as your arms swing and move around through space. They're being moved actually. The arms are being moved. They're not doing anything. We're just letting them be nice and heavy. Like two big pendulums swinging from the body. Yeah, loosening, liberating, freeing up, breathing in and out through the nostrils the whole time and slowly calming to a stop, letting the arms slowly come to a stop. Hands in front and behind. Again, loosening, opening the shoulders. Good. And then we're going to bring the hands to the hips. If you want to, you can let the arms hang, but this is a nice reminder to keep that chest open and shoulders down, I find. We bring the heel to the backside, get the legs even more lively. Kick ourselves in the backsides, wake up a little bit. Yeah, breathe, feel your body, feel the ground beneath your feet. Feel your energy and lifting the knees high now.
Keeping the strength in your center. Keep the chest lifted, the front of the body is long, chin slightly tucked in. Moving the legs quickly. Good. And then come to a stop. And we take the legs out to the side now. Directly out to the side, opening up the hips a little. Breathing continually, don't hold your breath. Breathing in and out through the nostrils, just getting the body, particularly the legs, getting the bit of energy moving, getting them warm and limber. Okay. And let's just finish with just one little cross crawl movement, nice and slowly, lifting one knee and meeting it with the opposite hand. So this is very connecting, repatterning the energy, breathing in and out through the nostrils the whole time. Yeah, do it very slowly, deliberately, getting everything connected and coordinated. Good. Okay, one more. And then we just stand for a second into Tadasana. See, find our feet. Have a look at your feet. Best way to find your feet is look at them, I find, and lift the toes just to kind of feel that as well. Lower them down. Lift the heels and lower them down. Just feeling the feet. Give the toes a little wiggle. Standing nice and tall in Tadasana in the mountain. So keeping that soft knees, lifting the chest, tailbone pointed down, just finding that sense of your body in space, on the ground, back of the neck long. Have a moment just to close your eyes, just to kind of check in again with yourself. Feel the ground. Immediately I feel the ground when I close my eyes and come into a more internal space, less distracted. Yeah. Feeling the feet, feeling the weight between the feet. So we get a sense of balance as well, or a sense of the body working to balance. And then open the eyes. Good. We're going to come to the front of the mat. We're going to come into some standing postures. Feet hips width apart, parallel. Bring the hands together at the heart center. Bring the weight onto the left foot. We're going to step back for triangle with the right foot. Okay. And then facing the long edge of the mat. Weight even between the feet. Breathing in, extend the arms up, lift the chest. Breathing out, bring the arms to shoulder height. Drop the shoulders down. Inhale, open the palms up. Exhale, reaching over to the left and down. Reaching up with the right. Dropping the right shoulder back. Maybe pressing the left shoulder forward slightly. So we get this sense of a twist, a slight twist. Soften the knees. Wiggle the toes so you can check that you're not gripping with the toes. Looking up at the right fingers there. If that feels okay. The alternatives are you just look forwards. Another alternative is you just take that right hand behind your back, still keeping that shoulder back. So you have the choices all the time. Soft knees, not bent, but not locked. Breathe, feel that length in the right side of the body from the hip right up into that right shoulder. Breathe deeply. Use the inhale to come up, maybe bending into that left knee, just soften that as you inhale. Exhaling, lowering the arms down. Bend into that right knee, come back to the front of the mat. Take a moment there. Shift your weight to the right. Step back with the left. Get the weight even between the feet. Breathing in, lift the arms up, lift the chest. Exhale, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the chest. Breathing out, reaching over to the right and down. And reaching up to the ceiling with the left hand, see if you can just drop that left shoulder behind you. Soften the knees, wiggle the toes. Yeah. Of course, you also have, as I said on the other side, you can rest that arm behind you, just rest the back of the hand on the back. Sometimes that's nice, supportive feeling. Or keep it up extended. What we're trying to avoid is this, the shoulder upright by the ear or by the jaw. And keep that space, drop back behind a little bit. And feel that expansion. Feet are stable, grounded. And we expand from that groundedness. And then use the inhale and bend into that right knee if you want to soften that. Inhaling, exhaling, lower the arms down. Bend into the left knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Okay. let's come into a warrior. We're going to step back into warrior one. So checking your feet again, lift the toes, place them down, lift the heels, place them down. Take a big step back with the right foot, so weight on the left and a big step back. If you want to steady yourself, if you find that you're a little bit in one line with the feet, you can widen slightly. So the right hip is forward, left hip is back. So we're really thinking about lengthening that left thigh there. Pointing the tailbone down, strong belly. Use the inhale to lift your arms up, palms facing each other, shoulders down. Inhale. Exhaling, bending into that left knee as the left knee is going forwards, at the same time pressing into that right heel. This is key. This is going to create the stability and the dynamic for you. The space between the hands, they're above the head. They're kind of slightly out up by the ears if you can, rather than forwards. So they're kind of just out of your vision, hopefully. And then looking up at the space between the hands. Breathe. Keep that strong bend in the front knee, but keep pressing into that right heel. Probably also the right buttock is going to be working there, pressing the right hip forwards. Breathe. Keep that length, keep the lift in the chest. You can, if it doesn't feel good to you to be looking up for any reason, maybe your neck or maybe your balance, then just look forwards. It's absolutely fine. Breathe. Come up on the inhale, lower the arms on the exhale, and we're going to come into a forward bend. So soften that knee slightly before you come into it. Either hold the back or extend. Inhaling, exhaling, coming forwards, really leading with the chest and bringing the hands to the ground either side of that left foot. Just coming up onto the fingertips. Make sure you have contact with whatever, either the ground or something you're putting on the ground. Look forwards on the inhale, and as you exhale, press the big toe of the left foot into the ground, and we're going to create lots of length in that left leg. The left sitting bone is going to reach up and back behind. And your legs going to get longer, and your body's slowly relaxing down towards the left leg. Don't push or force, just allow. When we, have this pushing in our practice, it's just kind of emphasizing that sort of attitude or tendency or habit in our life to be pushing, forcing, instead just allowing the space to come, giving it some time, giving it breath and a strong intention, kind effort. These are much better than pushing, forcing. And then we're going to come up out of this. So bend the left knee and just walk the hands back up the leg. And when you're standing, step forward with the right foot. Whew, yeah, legs needs a bit of loosening up. So let's just shake the legs a little bit. Knees bent and just kind of shaking into the knees, maybe into the hips. And let's let that come into the shoulders as well. Let's make some sound. Let's release some of that. Any tension that might be in the body. It's always good to do it. Really reliable. Weight on the right now. And we're going to step back with the left. Big step. Adjust as you need to. Maybe you want to make it a bigger step, maybe wider. Right hip back, left hip forward, pointing the tailbone down. Strong belly. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Palms facing each other, shoulders down. Exhaling, bend into the right knee and press into the left foot. So we've got a strong dynamic between the right knee and the left heel. Keep reaching up. So we've also got a strong dynamic, reaching and lengthening. Everything is kind of extending away from each other. Lots of dynamic. And if you want to look up at the space between the hands, you can. Keep the shoulders down, but extend through the elbow, long, right into the fingertips. All the time thinking about pressing the left hip forward, pulling the right hip back. Almost like feeling like you're making that right thigh long. The right hip's pulling back there. Good. Breathe deeply. Use the inhale to come up. Exhale, lower the arms down. And we're going to come into the forward bend. Soften the knees slightly. Hold the back or extend on the inhale. Exhaling, coming forwards over that leg. Strong belly as you come forwards in this forward bend. Hands land on the ground or on something you're putting on the ground, so you have that connection. Come up on the fingertips maybe. Look forwards, inhale, then as you exhale, lengthen the right leg, pressing the big toe, the left foot into the ground, reaching that right sitting bone away from the
big toe. Breathe deeply. And slowly, with care and effort, and your intention and your breath, just feeling that length increasing, easing into the posture. Body's relaxing down slightly. It might be a tiny movement, but it's all movement. It's all release. It's all expansion and contraction. Being with your breath, being with your body. Now bend that right knee, walking that hands up the leg and stepping forward to the left. Okay, let's give a little bit of a shake up again. We really need it. So I'm just going to give the legs a little shake, the hips, make some sound out through your mouth and the shoulders. Ah, yeah. Good. Okay, we're going to now come into a balance. So we're going to do a moving balance, parent balance. So standing, just checking your feet. Again, lift the toes, place them down, and lift the heels and place them down. But actually, we're just before we do that, we're going to just do a little bit of slow moving and breathing just to counteract some of those stronger postures. So we'll do a little interlude here. Breathing in, lift the arms up, lift the heels high, bring the hands together. And as you breathe out, the hands are coming down. So this is just coming into our connection with our breath and our body. In touching the fingers there, inhaling, lifting the heels high, pushing off the toes, reaching up, inhaling all the way up, hands touch, and then the hands come down as you exhale and the heels come down. Good. Just being with your breath, trying to keep, again, this smooth, even, steady flow. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. And also bringing us into a sense of balance here. Good. Okay. So we're just a little bit extra we're going to put into this, really. It's going to be lifting the knee. So we're doing the same action, the same breath, we're just adding something in. So bring the weight onto the left foot and just lifting the right knee. Lifting up, inhaling, exhaling, bringing the knee and the hands down. So we're trying to keep that same slow, steady, mindful rhythm. Shifting the weight and lifting the left knee, inhaling. You may be going a little bit slower or faster than me, that's absolutely fine. But try and keep it steady. Whatever you're doing, keep the movement steady, and also noticing that moment of shift from one foot to the other. Shift of weight, giving that little moment as the hands come down. And then the inhale, lifting the knee, but also lifting the hands up high. And exhaling. Keeping the breath really long, steady, smooth and even, in and out through the nostrils. So as you're lifting one knee, imagine you're pressing the foot of the other foot into the ground. So this really helps with the balance as well. Helps with that dynamic. Again, it's all about this dynamic. Things moving away from each other. You're aware of that, your intention, and controlling that dynamic, or having a sense of using the dynamic, feeling the dynamic. And this brings dynamic energy into the body, inhaling and exhaling. And also, particularly when we're putting it, up against the more softer. So it's a strong dynamic, that lift, that inhale, and a soft exhale, and a lowering down, and a loosening, and a freeing up. Let's do one more each side. We're doing lots of these today because they're so useful, this balance. Inhaling and exhaling. And good for the mind, very much a mind practice. We'll do one more, lifting the left foot. And exhaling slowly down. Okay. And we're just going to come into a ragdoll again, just to bring some ease into the back. So feet hips width apart, bend the knees, bring the chin to the chest, and let everything just relax. Feel the weight of the body disintegrating, just letting it all go, letting it hang. Breathing in and out the whole time. And when you come into the ragdoll, let yourself breathe out through the mouth as well to release even more. Head is just hanging. Neck is relaxed. It's not having to work here. Maybe turn the head from side to side slowly, as if you are saying no, just turning. Breathe in through the nostrils and out through the mouth. The alternative to this is, resting the elbows on the knees. That's a nice alternative. Still letting the head hang, giving the neck some space. If it feels like too much, you know, weight hanging forward, you can always try that. See if you prefer that. Now again, feel that pull at the base of the spine. Keep breathing in and out softly through the nostrils and see if you can do this really slowly. Really slowly, feel that little lift of each little vertebrae, creating space in the spinal column, slowly lifting, coming to standing slowly. And we just roll the shoulders back a few times just to feel that openness. Ah, yeah, feels good. Okay. So we're going to come into another standing posture. I'm going to come into a nice wide forward bend. So get the feet nice and wide. Soft, slightly soft knees, not locked. And we're going to take the hands behind the body here. So instinct the fingers, let the hands just rest on the back. So we're going to get nice openness again in the shoulders. Inhale, look up, open the chest. Chest is very proud. And exhaling, leading with the chest. Coming forwards, letting the arms rest on the back, but already we're opening the shoulders here slightly. And then coming into this forward bend. And then letting the arms, once you're in the forward bend, letting the arms come over the head, using the weight of the arms. And breathe. In and out through the nostrils. And again, we're not pushing or forcing, we're just allowing the weight of the body, the breath, our intention to do all the work to create that release. And it will gradually soften and release, even if it's only a tiny bit. Now place, still with the fingers interlinked, place those hands in the center of the back, middle of the back, and just draw a big circle on the back. Just enjoy that feeling of connection with yourself. Little massage, and then we draw a circle the other way. And as you're doing that, bend the knees and slowly unfurl, breathing in and out through the nostrils the whole time. Yeah, just still enjoy that circling, and then release the hands. Okay. So we're going to just bring the feet together slowly, give the legs a little shake. I'm going to come into another balance now. It's a good day for balance. So we bring the weight into the left foot. We're going to come into a tree posture. So you can place that right foot either on the ankle, calf, or on the thigh. Press it firmly. If you're pressing into the thigh, press it back. So we're coming towards the center line. Try not to grip with the toes. In fact, lift the toes off the ground and place them down. Just feel all those little movements in the foot. That right knee is out to the side, open hip, lift the chest. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Bring the hands together above the head. So it's a nice sense of having the head in the center here. Shoulders nice and open here, shoulders down, lifted chest. Pressing the hands together evenly, the same as the foot and the thigh there. Press and breathe. So really standing tall, feeling the sense of centeredness, balance, steadiness. Focus your eyes, breathe steadily in and out through the nostrils. Now make this the last breath, breathing in, you stretch the arms up a little bit more, and on the exhale, keep the position of the legs, but let the arms come down through space on the exhale first of all. Then if you're still there, you can lift the knee, or you can lift the knee anyway, why not? And give it a squeeze, and then let it release slowly to the ground. Good. And then we're going to give our legs a shake. Shake the legs, even them up a little bit, get them nice and lively. Now we press the weight into the right foot, making sure we're not gripping with those toes. Maybe bending that standing knee to begin with. Bring the left foot to either the ankle. Keep the toes on the ground there. You know, this is still a balance going on here. I mean, it's always good to try different things. Sometimes, for me, that I find that it's a little more difficult because I'm not used to it. Or pressing into the thigh. Press the thigh back also. Open the hips, open the chest, lift the chest. Breathing in, lift the arms up, bring the hands together above the head. And really feel that this chest is lifting. Feel the sternum is lifting here.
Heart is open. Have this sense of this head, your face being surrounded, being held in this little kind of circle you're making with your arms. Palms are together above the head. Yeah, breathing. That standing leg is straightened out. You're almost pressing the foot into the ground, like the roots are going down from the sole of the right foot. Breathing, focusing your eyes, a fixed point, a steady, still point. And your breath is steady. Feel the steadiness as well as the wobbles. Just allow that all to happen. Let's see if we can hold this a little longer. Noticing all the little movements that are happening in the foot and the ankle. Legs. Now we stretch up on the inhale, lower the arms on the exhale, slowly coming down. See if you can keep your legs wherever they are. And then we take hold of the left knee, lift it, give it a squeeze, and lowering down slowly through space, watching that come down. And then to release, we're going to come into a squat. So we're bringing ourselves down into a squat, feet a nice distance apart. Let the backs of the hands rest on the ground, let the head fall forwards, body's hanging between the knees. In through the nostrils, out through the mouth. In through the nostrils, out through the mouth. Just releasing. And then just lifting the head up slowly. And we're going to come to the ground now, so you can slowly walk the hands forwards. Bring the hands down. And we'll just sit back into the heels before we come onto the front of the body, just to bring some ease. So we bring the forehead to the ground, we'll sweep the arms back into the pose of the child. We'll just relax here for a moment. Forehead to the ground, or you can always rest your head on the back of your hands if you prefer. Back of the arms on the ground. Have the knees wide if you need them a bit wider. Breathing in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Just releasing. Let go of all that tension. Let go of the day. Notice where your mind is, where your attention is, and just keep it on your breath, your body. Good. And then we're just going to press into the ground, lift the head off the ground, coming into kneeling for a moment. And you can come onto the front of the body however you wish. I'll give you some choices. You can either just walk the hands forwards and keep walking them until your body's flat. Or if you want to, you can come into a plank and lower down if you want to do a bit of arm strengthening. But I think I'm just going to do this. I quite like this moving, walking into the front of the body. And then when you're here, we have another rest. So rest on the side of the head, rest the backs of the hands on the ground, backs of the arms on the ground, relax the shoulders forwards. Just have a little bit of wriggle around, make yourself comfortable if you want to. Maybe have a little rock. You can start the body a little bit just by pressing either side of the thigh there, just rocking on the ground. Breathing into the nostrils. Out through the mouth. Give it some sound, give it a sigh. Okay, some back bends now. Come onto the forehead, bring the legs together. Use the simple back bends first of all. Use the inhale to lift your head, nose, chin, chest off the ground, and then lift the arms, and then lift the legs. Smile, because otherwise you might end up grimacing, creating tension. So we smile to release the tension and feel, as soon as I smile, I remember, oh, I come flying here. Keep your breath moving in and out through the nostrils. One more breath in. And releasing down. Slowly let the arms rest down. Rest on the other side of the head. Just let yourself rest there for a moment. Good. Then come back onto the forehead. Lift the lower part of the legs off the ground so your knees are bent. Now turn the hands over so the palms are on the ground. We're going to come into a version of the bow without having to grab the ankles here. It's quite a nice version. Now use the inhale to lift the head, the chin, the chest off the ground, take the shoulders back, pressing into the ground with the hands. So really feeling that your heart is wanting to lift up to the ceiling. And breathe. Notice how your abdominals are working as they are also being expanded here. They are working to support the back as well at the same time. One more breath in, and then lower down. Slide the hands forward. You can press into the hands now, and sit back into the heels again. Walk the hands back into this extended child position. Bring them forward to the ground. Inhale through the nostrils. Exhale through the mouth. A few releasing breaths there. And then we're going to find our way onto our back. So one way you can do this any way you want to, but I'm going to just give you a version. So we come from here into downward dog, tuck the toes under, inhaling. We're just going to move through downward dog. It's not going to stay there. Lift the knees off the ground. And then we're going to walk the feet towards the hands, catch the hands behind, bring the bottom to the ground, extend the legs out, and then we're going to lie down. You can just lie down if you want to, worked really hard, or you can do the last little flurry here of effort, stretching the fingers towards the toes, making that bit of effort in the abdominals, breathing in and out through the nostrils continually as you're doing this. It just brings a bit of softness to it, and then let it go. Breathe in through the nostrils, out through the mouth. And really appreciate, we just come straight away to lying down. Maybe we wouldn't really appreciate the restfulness of the position of Shavasana. Arms out to the side, palms facing the ceiling. So open heart. But also grounded, supported. Let the feet fall out to the side. We're just going to come into Shavasana, but we'll just free up the back a little bit. One last little moment. Rocking and rolling. We'll do a little rock and roll, maybe a little lying twist, and then we'll have a relaxation. We've done a lot of moving, a lot of effort, so we need to relax also. And we're just going to draw a circle on the ground here. So with the knees together, we're inhaling, taking the knees away, exhaling, drawing the knees into the body. Nice and slowly. And with this circling and breathing, also just slowing everything down, feeling the support of the ground beneath us. Noticing everything that's happening. Breath coming in, breath going out. Feeling the body. How does it feel? How is your energy? Where's your mind going? What is the emotional quality or emotional weather? Just noticing all these things. Noticing how your engagement, your attention, your movement, your efforts have impacted on your whole being. Hug your knees, squeeze, extend the legs up, just give them a little bit of a move, free them up, rotating the wrists and ankles in one way and the other way. Bring the legs, the knees in again, placing the soles of the feet on the ground. We'll bring these feet together, but they're away from the bottom. Arms out to the side, arms flat down. Let's breathe in through the nostrils. As you exhale, let the knees fall to the left and the head goes over to the right. Let's take a breath here. Relax the legs there. Use the inhale to lift the knees to center. And exhale, let the knees, we've got them together here, rolling over to the right and the head goes over to the left. I'm going to take a breath here or two. Releasing the legs. Releasing tension in the legs. Doesn't matter if they start to kind of come apart or, they start to move away. That's okay. It's the spinal twist we're getting at here. Inhaling, lifting the knees to center, lift the head to center. Exhaling, knees fall to the left, head go over to the right. And take another breath. Deep, long inhale, long, slow exhale, in and out through the nostrils. Use the inhale to come to center. We'll do one more here. Exhaling, knees fall to the right, head goes over to the left, just freeing up through this twist, twisting the spine to release tension. Inhale through the nostrils, exhale long through the nostrils. And finally lifting the knees to center, lifting the head to center. And just either stay as you are actually, but let the knees
Put some space between the feet and let the knees fall together. Or if you want to slide the legs away, you can into Shavasana. Breathing in through the nostrils, sighing out from the mouth. Just taking a few long exhales. Out through the mouth to release. Close your eyes, let it all go. Time to let it all go. Breath come in through the nostrils. Really conscious release out through the mouth. And we're in Shavasana, the corpse posture, and we're letting go the body, letting it drop. And let your breath now soften, just taking all the edges away from the breath. And imagine yourself like a sleeping baby. So your eyes are closed, your focus is just on noticing your body, movement of the body as your breath comes in and out through your nostrils naturally. In the same way, a wave comes up over the beach, the movement of the ocean, the movement of the breath, movement of the leaves of the trees, movement of everything. It's just moving. Movement of the mind. So we're not trying to stop the mind, or we're not trying to become blank or empty. We're not trying to eliminate the thought, but we're just stepping back from it. Stepping back, noticing, witnessing, beholding the breath, the body, ourselves. Letting ourselves be held by this moment, by the breath, by the ground beneath us. Breath coming in and breath going out. Just feeling that breath getting softer and softer. With every out breath, the body is getting softer and softer. The body is softening. Bring the movement of the body and the movement of the breath. Steady, easy, effortless. Allow the thoughts to come and go. There's nothing to do here. Nothing to do. And some words for you in this moment. There is a deep need to turn to teachings that sustain us, that are not born of a fractured consciousness, but walk with 2 feet on the earth. We need to find a pathway that can return us to wholeness, to the simplicity of what is, a landscape where all things can be known according to their true nature. We come to the end of our practice today. So just give yourself a nice stretch, feel your body. Hopefully the body feels a bit happier, a bit more relaxed, a bit more balanced, I hope. And start to give that breath and aliveness and coming back to the day and our awareness, taking the mind back out, maybe opening the eyes slowly, softly, taking in the light, the space around us, feeling your body moving, hugging the knees, stretching, doing whatever feels good to you. Good. And coming slowly
back to seated, finding your way back to seated. As you come back to seated, just looking around your space, your home, the space you're in, rubbing the arms, chest, back, legs, even the face. And then bring the hands together, rubbing the hands together, creating some heat and energy between the palms of the hands. And we bring the palms of the hands to the heart center. Close the eyes and bring your attention to the heart space and bring to mind your sankalpa, your intention, a phrase or sentence that you are giving to yourself, that you are encouraging in yourself, and say it to yourself, make a statement. And if you don't have any words, then I am loved is a beautiful sankalpa. And say it a few times, whatever your phrase is, whatever your words you've chosen. And feel that landing in this fertile space, this healing, vital space. Good. Thank you so much for your practice. Namaste. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace to all of us. Thank you.